We're on site today for this year's Festival of Houses and Gardens, a beloved annual tradition that has turned into the oldest and largest of its kind in the country. And we're sitting with our good friend Roualeyn Haas, Marketing Director for the historic Charleston Foundation. Great to see you again.
So good to see you again,
Thank you
Layla.
for having us here.
Thank you for being here.
So where are we sitting exactly?
We are in the beautiful garden of 75 King, one of our gorgeous homes on tour for the Festival of Houses and Gardens. Today is the King Street tour, and just couldn't be more delighted to be in such a beautiful setting.
And the gardens are just so beautiful, pristine. The home is fantastic, and it's a wonderful educational opportunity because you really learn not just the architecture of the time, but certainly the culture of the time as well. And walking through these homes such as 75 King, you know, you see a lot of those distinctive accents that were of the time.
Absolutely.
But we also see how they've been brought into modern day in such a tasteful and beautiful way. Yeah. Why is this festival so important?
The biggest factor, as you mentioned, it is an educational experience. So one of the core pillars of our mission is education. So we do want it to be an educational experience that builds on the history and the culture, as you so well put. The aspect of the houses that's most important, I think, is that they're historical and they're preserved, where people are living and playing and working in their houses. They're raising kids, they're going to the grocery store, and it gives us that sense that preserving can persevere. The houses carry on. You don't have to carry on a modern life with a modern house. You can live a modern life in a preserved house, and that maintains the cultural and the historical fabric of Charleston.
And much to the credit of these homeowners, that is quite the undertaking, because many of these homes exceed 100, 200 years.
Absolutely.
And so you can only imagine that there may be a leaky roof and bad pipes and electrical that needs to be brought up to snuff. So that is quite the undertaking.
It's a lot of effort and a lot of expense to be able to maintain the houses and keep them in their preserved state. So full kudos go to the homeowners who choose to preserve, and we couldn't be more grateful for that, because it does allow us to show what makes Charleston special, and that is the historic homes and the lifestyle.
And such a treat for the guests that come to walk through. I mean, they're now being invited into homes that they may have never had the chance to see before.
Once in a year opportunity. Only with the Historic Charleston Foundation and the Festival of Houses do people actually get to go inside the houses, have them wonderfully interpreted with the house histories and the volunteers, and sometimes the homeowners themselves, who are quite rightfully so proud of their homes, and we couldn't be more grateful for them giving us the opportunity.
So what's new this year?
Oh, great question. I'm so glad you brought that up. We have introduced Sunset Harbor History Boat Tours. So this is an opportunity for people to experience the history and the culture and the architecture from the water, which is traditionally a view they don't get to see. In addition to that, we have also introduced a festival music series with the plantation singers, jazz music, and bluegrass music, and then lastly our finale brunch presented by Laura Ashley, Mimosas at the Museum, to send us on our way for the spring season.
That's great. And you also have a Rosé and Roses, another wonderful event that you've had in previous years.
Rosé and Roses is an annual favorite. It's rosé, strings music, and curated tours in the garden of the Nathaniel Russell House, and it's always a sold-out favorite, so people need to get their tickets.
Yeah, and if you wish to dig a little bit deeper into your pocket, there's actually something very special that only a select few people get to go on.
Our Splendor tours, the Architectural Splendor and the Garden Splendor tours, are a very bespoke, curated tour for a very limited number of 60 people. Those are already sold out. They sell out way in advance, but these are very select homes that people get to go into and are interpreted by architectural or preservation specialists.
That's very exciting. And the tours are going to go on through mid-April.
Correct. This is a 5-week tour, so start kicking off today and going all the way through to April 16th, every single day.
And it's also important to note the fact that these tickets sell out very fast, so you want to make sure that you go online, you secure them.
Yes, they do, either online or in person at the shops at Historic Charleston Foundation, 108 Meeting Street. Online is obviously easiest. Do get your tickets in advance because they are the hot ticket for spring.
They certainly are. Well, coming up after the break, we're going to be hearing from the owner of this beautiful home, so stick with us. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, Roualeyn.
Thank you.
Good to have you.